everyone. It is our distinct honor and pleasure to welcome you to the Bharatanatyam Arangetram ceremony of Arushi Bedekar. My name is Ria, and it is my honor to be one of your MCs for this evening. Before we begin, we will commence with the diya lighting ceremony, a ritual that seeks divine blessings for this occasion. The Arangetram is a student dancer's debut to the world. Literally, the Arangetram marks the completion of a student's basic training towards becoming a professional dancer and their introduction to the stage before an audience. As a rite of passage, the Arangetram is considered as one of the most significant events in the life of a dancer. The art of Bharatanatyam developed into a distinct dance form in the heart of the Dravidian civilization of the Indian subcontinent in the temples of the land now known as Tamil Nadu. Bharatanatyam traces its origins to Natya Shastra, the ancient Sanskrit text of performing arts written by the great sage Bharat around the 2nd century AD. Bharatanatyam as a dance form is deeply grounded in bhakti, or devotion. It was created to educate the lay people on the philosophy and mythology of Indian culture. It is considered to be the embodiment of music in visual form. Accompanying Arushi this evening are some of the leading musicians in their respective fields in India. One quick note before we get started. You may hear this at every program you go to, but I would like to remind you of some simple requests to abide by before we begin today's program. Number 1, please put your phones to silent. Second, those of you with small children, please try to keep them seated and quiet during the show, as that may distract the dancer as well as the audience. Third, no food or drink is allowed inside the auditorium. Thank you. Now, on to the first dance for this evening, Pushpanjali Ganesh. This is traditionally the opening item of the Bharatanatyam repertoire. It is the offering of flowers as a show of respect to God, the gurus, the audience, and the stage where the performance is going to take place. Following Pushpanjali is a prayer to Lord Ganesh, the god of wisdom, for an auspicious beginning and a successful completion of the dance. The rag of Pushpanjali is Jog, and the tal is Adi. For Ganesh, the ral is Natya, and the tal is also Adi. Now please join me in welcoming Arushi to the stage.
गजाननयूतं गणेश्वरं गजाननयूतं गणेश्वरं गजाननयूतं गणेश्वरं गजाननयूतं गणेश्वरं भजामि सततं सुरेश्वरं श्रीगजाननयूतं गणेश्वरं भजामि सततं सुरेश्वरं श्रीगजाननयूतं गणेश्वरं अजेन्द्रपूजित विघ्नेश्वरम् अजेन्द्रपूजित विघ्नेश्वरं गणातिसन्नुतपदात्मयुगम् अजेन्द्रपूजित विघ्नेश्वरं गणातिसन्नुतपदात्मकरं कुञ्जरभञ्जनचतुरधरकरं कुञ्जरभञ्जनचतुरधरकरं गुरुगुहाग्रजं प्रणवाकारं कुञ्जरभञ्जनचतुरधरकरं गुरुगुहाग्रजं प्रणवाकारं गजाननयूतं गणेश्वरं भजामि सततं सुरेश्वरं श्रीगजाननयूतं गणेश्वरम् तां धीं झणुदगधीं धीं तद्धीं तां धीं झणुदगधीं धीं तद्धीं तद्धीं तत्तगधीं तज्झणुधीं ततां तकिटतकतां धीं झणुदगधीं धीं तद्धीं तद्धीं तत्तगधीं तज्झणुधीं ततां तकिटतकतां धीं जय 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 स्वामिन् 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 जय 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 शक्रादिसुरगण सन्नुतचरण शक्रादिसुरगण सन्नुतचरण शक्रादिसुरगण सन्नुतचरण चादकिं भमणि दिव्याभरण शक्रादिसुरगण सन्नुतचरण चादकिं भमणि दिव्याभरण धिकृत घन विघ्न तिमिरावरण
The following performance by Arushi is Shabdam. In this dance, we're introduced for the first time to an expression, or abhinav, in relation to satyam, or literature, a poem or song with a theme of devotion, love, heroism, etc., or a combination thereof, accompanies the dance, and the story is acted out by the dancer. This particular Shabdam is centered around Krishna's playful antics. The Shabdam is titled Sarasi Jakshulu, and it describes Krishna's childhood pranks, especially on the gopis, or village milkmaids. who scold him for his mischief, asking, "Is this your dharma?" In the end, we are also reminded that Krishna is none other than Lord Vishnu, the protector of the universe. The rag is Rag Malika and the tal is Mishra Chapu.
धणङ्गुतुं तदिगिणतुं ततैज्ञति धतता ततैति धतता धणङ्गुतुं तदिगिणतुं तधणदं धणदधिनिधोधिनि तत्तुं గజీరను మెల్ల చేకొని తరువనే కూచు జూచు చూడుట ధర్మమా సరసిజాక్షులు జలకమాడి తరుణమునని అచ్చటికి జరి సరిగజీరను మెల్ల చేకొని తరువనే కూచు జూచు చూడుట ధర్మమా సరసిజాక్షులు జలకమాడి తరుణమునని అచ్చటికి జరి సరిగజీరలు మెల్ల చేకొని తరువనే కూచు జూచు చూడుట ధర్మమా సరసిజాక్షులు జలకమాడి తరుణమునని అచ్చటికి జని సరిగజీరలు కొట్టి చేతుల పట్టి తాగిన గట్టితనమిది కాదయ్యా. పుట్టి మీదను పెట్టియుండే చెట్టి పాలుని అట్ల కనుగొని కోటి చేతుల పట్టి తాగిన గట్టితనమిది కాదయ్యా. श्रीपद्मनाभ नमोऽस्तुते श्रीपद्मनाभ नमोऽस्तुते श्रीपद्मनाभ नमोऽस्तुते श्रीपद्मनाभ नमोऽस्तुते कलाहुतों तदिगिणतों तद्धिन्नं तगुदरिगिडतकतकदिन्नं तगुदरिगिडतकदिन्नं नं तरिगिडतकतलाहुतों तगदरिगिडतों तद्दिगादै धत्तता
Our next item is Varnam, which literally means color. This item is one of the most colorful and elaborate of the dances in the Bharatanatyam repertoire. Here, the dancer's skills in performing nritya, pure abstract dance with rhythmic footwork, nritya, dance with the use of hand gestures and facial expressions to tell the story of the song, and natya, mime or drama to act as various characters in the story that is being told, are combined. Varnam is the centerpiece of the Bharatanatyam performance, being the longest and most complicated of the Bharatanatyam repertoire. Yes, you heard me right. It is the longest. And it is also the centerpiece of the Arangetram. So let's take a moment to understand the structure and the elements of this dance. During Varnam, the vocalist sings the same line repeatedly, which is Pallavi. But the dancer presents different stories on the line, traditionally displaying their improvisational skills. It embodies the highest order of nritya, dance in its purest, most abstract form, nritya, dance with hand gestures, and abhinaya, the ability to tell a story through mime and expression. Both of these combined to make the final element, natya. This piece is composed in Rag Malika and Tal is Adi. This evening's Varnam is Angayarkani Varnam, focusing on Meenakshi Devi, who is a powerful form of the goddess Parvati, the divine consort of Lord Shiva. Arushi will perform 9 stories in this Varnam. In the first story, devotees of Meenakshi watch her as she transforms into a warrior queen, admiring her beauty, strength, wisdom, and courage. The Varnam is Navarasa Varnam, meaning it describes the 9 basic rasas, or expressions in Bharatanatyam, through the stories of Meenakshi Devi and Lord Shiva. The 9 rasas are Sringara, or love and beauty, Hasya, or happiness and laughter, Karuna, or compassion and mercy, Raudra, or anger, Veer, or heroism and courage, Bhayanaka, or fear and apprehension, Bibhatsya, or disgust and loathing, and Adbhuta, or wonder. And the 9th rasa is Shantam, or peace and tranquility. The first rasa depicted in this Varnam is Veer rasa, which translates to bravery and strength. In this story that accompanies it, Meenakshi is rising as a warrior queen. The dancers depict her strength, both in her training and as she sets out to conquer the land in all 10 directions, demonstrating her power. The second rasa depicted in this Varnam is Sringara, which represents love and beauty. As Meenakshi attempts to conquer Mount Kailash, home of Lord Shiva, she realizes that he is her soulmate, and their love blossoms, revealing Meenakshi's feminine side. The third rasa depicted is Adbhuta, followed by Hasya, Bibhatsya, Raudra, Bhayanaka, Karuna, and Shantam. Now Anjali will further explain the stories behind the rasas.
Thank you, Ria. Before I go into a further explanation of the Varnam, I just wanted to acknowledge the composers of the items that we are doing today. So going back to the Pushpanjali that was in the beginning, we had the composer is M.S. Sukhi. And for the Ganesh Stuti, we had the composer is Narayana Tirtha. The Shabdam was, my Tamil is very bad, I apologize if I pronounce it wrong. Ponaya Pillai for Shabdam. And now Varnam, the composer is Lal Guri Jayaraman. Okay, so going a little bit further into the explanation for Varnam, Arushi is going to be, as Ria had mentioned, showing stories of Meenakshi's life in the 9 rasas. The 9 rasas will be associated with each story. If Arushi did a full story for each of the 9 rasas, we would actually be here for possibly 3 hours, 4 hours. So obviously we don't have the time, and neither does, I don't think Arushi also wants to be dancing on the stage for that long. So we took 2 stories to just focus mostly on, again, which Ria had already mentioned. The first one is the Veer Rasa, the heroism, courageousness, and bravery. So Arushi will be showing the story of Meenakshi growing up. When she grew up as a sort of like a warrior princess. And so Arushi will be showing actions, showing Meenakshi in her training. And following that, she will show Meenakshi going into war, into battle. Then the second story is on the Sringara Rasa, as Ria again had already mentioned, which is the rasa of love and beauty. And here we see Meenakshi, after she had conquered several kingdoms, she then heard of Shiva on Kailash and decided to go and conquer Mount Kailash, where Shiva was staying. But as she goes there and as she lays her eyes on Shiva, Shiva was in deep meditation. And as she sees him, she forgets her duty, her job, and everything. She realizes that Shiva is the one that is meant for her. And so she quickly becomes a different version of Meenakshi that we were not used to seeing as she was growing up and as the story goes. So yeah, just I wanted to go into a little bit further of detail of an explanation. I hope that you guys this assistance helps you guys to understand what Arushi will be showing. And so, yeah, before we again get to the Varnam specifically, I want to just have our musicians here give us a little bit of a music interlude. They are well-respected artists in their fields. They do not only do Arangetram performances, they do prestigious musical concerts, and they tour specifically for musical concerts as well. So I will hand it over to our musical team.
Now please enjoy Varnam. Enjoy Varnam.
Takatari, dana, takatari, dana, tarigiradom, jana, jana, kukuntari, dana, tarigiradom, jam, tari, takatari, jana, jana, kukuntari.
செய்வாருண்டோ அருள் பார்வை ஜகம் காத்திடும் துயர் தீர்த்திடும் என்னை தஞ்சம் என்றுள்ளம் கனிந்து கனி கருணை செய்வார் கண்ணீர் மல்கி கருதினிலே திருப்பதத்தை ரத்தியரவியை பணியாக அருள் பெறுவோம். सर्वानन्दमय चक्रवासिनी श्रीललिताम्बिके शरणं शरणम् अम्मा முழுமதி முகம் அருள்விழி புன்னகைத்தவள் எழிலுறவே உன்னை எந்நாளும் துதிப்போ அவனியில் நாமும் ஒற்றுமை அறிவாற்றாலும் அமைதியானந்தம் ஐஸ்வர்யமும் அருள்வாய் சாந்த ஸ்வரூபிணி அம்மா சாந்த ஸ்வரூபிணி சரணம் சரணம் அம்மா शांत स्वरूपिणी अम्मा शांत स्वरूपिणी
We will now have a 15-minute intermission. Please be back in your seats promptly by 4:30 in order for us to continue our show. Once again, please remember, in respect of the facility, there is absolutely no food or drink allowed in the auditorium. Thank you.
ಚಂದ್ರಚೂಡ ಶಿವಶಂಕರ ಪಾರ್ವತಿ ರಮಣ ನಿನಗೆ ನಮೋ ನಮೋ. ಚಂದ್ರಚೂಡ ಶಿವಶಂಕರ ಪಾರ್ವತಿ ರಮಣ ನಿನಗೆ ನಮೋ ನಮೋ. ಸುಂದರತರ ವಿರಾಗಧರ ಸುಂದರತರ ವಿರಾಗ ಧರಗರ ಗಂಗಾಧರ ಗಜ ಚರ್ಮಾಂಬರಧರ ಗಂಗಾಧರ ಗಜ ಚರ್ಮಾಂಬರಧರ. ಚಂದ್ರಚೂಡ ಶಿವಶಂಕರ ಪಾರ್ವತಿ ರಮಣ ನಿನಗೆ ನಮೋ ನಮೋ. जातमवदनं गङ्गाचन्द्रसमागमतीर्थं प्रणवं नादमयुणरुं तुडियो वेदकलामृतपुण्यं प्रकृतियुं निन्निल विकृतियुं निन्निल स्वरங்களிലായി ലയങ്ങളിലായി शक्ति स्वरूपं ओम शिवोहम श्री शिवोहम ओम शिवोहम रुद्रं श्रीकरम्. ಉರಳಲಿ ಬಸಿ ಬರುತ್ತಾಕ್ಷವು ಧರಿಸಿದ ಪರಮ ವೈಷ್ಣವನು ನೀನೆ. ಗರುಡ ಗಮನ ನಮ್ಮ ಪುರಂದರ ವಿಠಲನ ಪ್ರಾಣ ಪ್ರಿಯನು ನೀನೆ. ಚಂದ್ರಚೂಡ ಶಿವಶಂಕರ ಪಾರ್ವತಿ ರಮಣ ನಿನಗೆ ನಮೋ ನಮೋ.
The next item is Aigiri Nandini. Aigiri Nandini is a devotional slokam on the goddess Shakti in the form of Durga, specifically known as Mahishasur Mardini. Mahishasur Mardini was created to kill the demon Mahishasura. She is a fierce form of goddess Durga, where she is depicted with 10 arms, riding on a lion and carrying weapons. She is the joy of the world, the daughter of the mountain, praised by those desirous of victory, the wife of Shiva, and the destroyer of the demon Mahishasura. The rag is Revatit, and the tal is Adi.
and grateful to have them come and perform with us today. So thank you so much coming from India and rehearsing with us, practicing with us. They're like family to us right now. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you, each and every one of you. Thank you so much. I'll start with our vocalist for tonight. On vocals, we have Srimati Deepthi Srinath. Srimati Deepthi Srinath is a classical singer who hails from a musical family. Her mother, Kalashri Vidushi P. Rama, is a well-known Carnatic classical vocalist, and is presently learning under Sangeeta Kalaratna S. Shankar. Sri Raghunandan is a regular studio artist and has played in many movies, documentaries, commercials, and television serials. He has worked with the top music directors of the film industry. He has accompanied all leading dancers of South India and set to tune popular poetry in Kannada by great poets. He has toured extensively all over the globe, and we are so lucky to have him perform here for us today. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Sri Raghunandan Ramakrishna. Next, we have on rhythm pad, Sri Pradyumna Saurabha. Sri Pradyumna Saurabha ventured into the field of percussion music at the tender age of 4. Born into a family of successful musicians, rhythm comes naturally to him. He learned tabla under the tutelage of the great tabla maestro, Karnataka Kalashri Pandit Ravindra Yagaval. He has provided percussion instrument accompaniment to eminent musicians and dancers all over the world, and his enchanting performance has been presented in a number of music albums. He performs regularly on television programs and music festivals across India, the US, Singapore, the UAE, Qatar, and several other countries. A tabla artist for more than 20 years, Pradyumna today is one of the most accomplished and sought-after musicians in India. Ladies and gentlemen, Sri Pradyumna Saurabha. And last but not least, our guru sitting behind me for this evening, Srimati Ruth Parijata Varghese. She is the artistic director of Kalapadma Dance Academy in Chicago. She is not only a versatile classical dancer, but an innovative teacher and choreographer. Ruth had her early training under her parents, Guru Shankar and Girija Devi Hombo. She had her advanced training in Bharatanatyam at the internationally famed Academy for Classical Arts, Kalakshetra, in Chennai. She has given numerous performances in India and in the US. She was awarded with the title of Shringarmani, or Jewel of Expression, and was the recipient of 3 gold medals. Ruth holds a double master's degree in fine arts, painting, and Bharatanatyam. She is also proficient in Odissi style of classical dance and has performed her median debut, or her Arangetram, in Odissi with her guru, one of the greatest Odissi dancers, Padma Shri Kelucharanji Mahapatra of Katak, Orissa. Now she is focused and dedicated in Bharatanatyam, though she from time to time draws on her Odissi training in some of her choreographies. She has successfully choreographed and staged 2 dance ballets, Krishna Lila and Ritu Sandesh. For her untiring work in the field of Bharatanatyam, the Consulate General of India in Chicago awarded her with the honor of distinction in 2002. For her dedication in preserving and propagating the Indian cultural heritage, FIAA honored her with the Distinguished Cultural Ambassador Award in 2004. In 2006, she was invited by Sursingar Samati to come and perform for their Golden Jubilee celebration in Mumbai, where she performed with many great contemporary classical artists of India. In 2008, ICNT honored Ruth with the Cultural Jewel Award. In 2009, on the invitation of Kala Padma Bhopal and Madhya Pradesh government, Ruth and myself we traveled and we performed at the Bharat Bhavan in Bhopal for the Golden Jubilee celebration. In 2017, she performed for in Varanasi for the Ghat Sandhya festival of the 180th day. And there's much more, but I will keep it short. So, ladies and gentlemen, our guru, Srimati Ruth Parijata Varghese. At this time, I would like to have our musicians again play one more musical ballad for us before we proceed. you. Thank you so much.
Stage is completely dark now. I can't see anyone, but hope you all can see me. So first of all, thank you to Ria. She's been our MC today. Please come on the stage, Ria. Let's have a big round of applause for Ria. Ria is herself an advanced Bharatanatyam student and a very talented dancer herself. So thank you, Ria, for MC today, and looking forward to more of your performances and hopefully your Arangetram too. That's good, no worries. That's all right. Yeah, and a big shout out to the musicians today. Really good job, and it's amazing to hear, first of all, for Arushi to be able to perform with live music. It's a rare opportunity. I think it's the first time she's ever performing with live music. So thank you all for traveling all the way over from India, and it was a great experience for Arushi. Thank you, everybody. So yeah, really brought the music to life. Thank you. And of course, a heartfelt thanks to Arushi's teachers, Guru Srimati Ruth Varghese and her daughter Anjali. Miss Ruth has a treasure trove of knowledge from multiple generations in her family of this ancient dance form. And she has generously showered this knowledge on Arushi. As you can see, I think it very much reflects, Miss Ruth's tutelage from a young age for Arushi. And we are really happy. So we've done their own Arangetram. So hopefully this was, a good chance for you to see what the next generation is up to as well. So, and then of course for others, it may be your first exposure to this beautiful dance form as well. Hopefully this was a good introduction to you through Arushi's performance today. And hopefully some of the younger kids in the audience are also fascinated by it the way Arushi was. And Arushi has been, by the way, fascinated by Bharatanatyam since that very first time she walked into Miss Ruth's class. I think more than 10 years ago. I think she was not even 4 at the time. And even in that very first class, Miss Ruth had remarked how carefully Arushi observed, the hand gestures, the facial expressions, the footwork. And of course, she couldn't, reproduce any of those at the time. But she was very careful in observing. Even at that time, her focus was quite evident. She was fascinated by it. And in that first year at that annual show, by the way, Kalapadma does a fantastic annual show every year. And Arushi's been really, fortunate again to have that experience of, year over year kind of progressing through different levels, till reaching this level today. But in that very first show, Miss Ruth, you and Anjali had led the Kalapadma advanced students in the dance of this Chandrachud. It's a 15th century song, but a modern adaptation that you heard. Actually, this was the dance that Arushi performed right after the intermission. And since that time, she's been, totally fascinated. She's watched luckily, I recorded a small snippet of that dance, and she's watched it over and over since then, and she someday wanted to perform it, and today was the big day. So, that she's had this lifelong focus, I would say, on Bharatanatyam. And it really coming to fruition today. It's a proud moment for us, and I think also a lifelong dream come true for her. So thank you to the Kalapadma Academy for making it possible. Thank you for everybody here for coming here and having so much eagerness to come here. I know it was a hot day, and still I think it was really touching to see so much eagerness and enthusiasm among everybody to come here today. Really thank you all for coming. And one other thing I wanted to say, I think Arushi, when she was little, we used to see a lot of her rehearsals when, she wanted our help with everything. And now I think she's come to the point where we have never, throughout this last year that she's been practicing all these dances, this is literally the first time I think that we are seeing all of these dances in their entirety. And, she kind of says, I don't want you to see my rehearsals. I don't want you to, let me do it by myself. She's worked a lot on strengthening endurance and so on. Anjali mentioned, the knee setbacks she's had, and then of course she's had, a lot of support from doctors and therapists and so on in helping her to reach this level of strength, but her own motivation is really, really strong. And we are very happy that, so first it was a real test of endurance today, but that, she's made it this far. One more dance to go, and then before the show, she was anxious, I think, but also excited, so there is a song she likes to listen to. For some reason, sitting in the car, she's sitting in the back, and I've listened to this song over and over because she likes it. Your palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy, but but I think she did remember, lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. So Arushi, well done. You did well for that. And, one more dance left, I think, one more final piece to perform. Right, and that's actually an exciting one, I think so. But before that, I'd like to invite some of our near and dear friends and close relatives onto the stage for just a moment, if that's okay. Tejas and Sonal, who are Chawla's cousins, and their adorable kids. And Sonal, please. And Chawla's uncle is here as well. He's sitting in the back, not able to come up to the stage, but namaskar to you as well, Mota. He's, Arushi calls him lovingly Mota Dada. Right, for those of you who know Gujarati, they will know what that means. But please, thank you all for joining me. Please come together and think. Let's have a big round of applause for all the people who have supported us over the years. So, thank you.
Would you like to take a photo? We can
Yes,
have
if
a
that's
group
okay,
photo. Biju
Mr.
uncle?
Biju, a quick one. And also, by the way, a quick, maybe not quick, but really, really loud thanks to all the professionals who helped put this event together. Mr. Biju, the photographer, and Manisha from Kanmani Occasions, who's been a big support for Arushi, and a number of others who helped at many stages along the way to make this all possible. So, Mr. Biju, if you don't mind, a quick family photo, that's okay. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, and I think before we go on to the final piece, I think one last matter of duty to perform, right? I think the gifts. So we will call Ria onto the stage, right? So isn't there? Right. So thank you, Ria.
Yeah, of course. Okay. Thank you. And now I would like to invite Arushi to the stage to honor the gurus and the artists. Okay, Arushi's final presentation of this evening is Tilana, followed by Mangalam. Tilana is the finale in the Bharatanatyam repertoire. Tilana is an excellent example of nritta, or pure dance, in which virtuously of the music performed at different speeds is reflected in the complex footwork, tirmanams, and captivating sculptural poses of the dancer. Mangalam in Sanskrit means auspicious, welfare, good fortune. Arushi will conclude by seeking blessings from God, the Guru, the company artist, and the audience as she closes her Arangetram. Please welcome Arushi to the stage.
Not so fast, Arushi. Sorry. Before, I have one more thing that we have to do. So before we get to Tilana, our finale, this is probably the most important part. It's the official certificate of her completion of her Arangetram. It reads, this certificate presented by Kalapadma Bharatanatyam Dance Academy, Chicago, proudly presented to Arushi Bedekar, daughter of Anand Bedekar and Chola Desai, for the completion of her basic Bharatanatyam foundations and debut performance, Arangetram, with Kalapadma for 10.5 years. Congratulations on this momentous achievement, Arushi. I feel like I keep interrupting. I'm sorry. I promise this is the last I will speak. Just one thing I wanted to mention was we actually recently had a death in our family. My uncle, who is also a dancer, professor, all trained in Bharatanatyam. The funny thing is that for this Tilana specifically, my uncle and my mom would always compete with each other, and while they perform on the stage, they would see who could jump the highest, who could go the fastest, who could finish the arthi, in the most clear, crisp way. Every time they would perform live together. And actually, when we were talking about what Tilana we should do, Arushi out of nowhere was like, "Oh, I want to do the Hindol Tilana." And I don't know if it was coincidence or God or whatever, but it just so happened that she chose the one that was very special and is very special and close to our family's heart. So thank you, Arushi, for that. And yeah, let's see her set the stage on fire.
concludes Arushi's Arangetram performance. Please join us in welcoming her back to the stage and congratulating her on her incredible performance.
Hello, everyone. Before I begin, I want to thank all of you for being here and sharing this momentous occasion with me today. Words can't express how much this journey has meant to me, from my introduction to this beautiful dance form at the age of 4 to my graduation here 10 years later. I remember my first Bharatanatyam performance. I saw the older girls performing right before I was about to go on stage, and I thought to myself, wow, I want to dance like them someday. Now at the time, I was only a mere 4 years old and could barely even pronounce Bharatanatyam, let alone think about technique or formations or anything else of the sort before I was about to dance. All I could think about was the rapid excitement I felt as I walked on stage, my gungaroos jingling, as I stumbled on the stage with the biggest smile I had ever worn. Then, over the next 10 years, I continued to perform. And I will never forget the rush that came when the lights turned on. And it was our group that was illuminated by the spotlights. And that joy, that thrill, continued until today, where it transformed into something greater. Today, I experienced what it means to ascend the stage, which is the literal translation of an Arangetram. And for that, I have many, many people to thank, starting with my gurus. Mrs. Ruth, Anjali, thank you so much for everything over the past 10 years. You have taught me how to dance, how to perform. But much more than that, you have taught me what it means to be a dancer. The confidence, the dedication, that the show must always go on, no matter what. These are values you have instilled in me throughout Bharatanatyam, so thank you. I'd also like to give a special shout out to my grandparents. Pannaba, Yagnesh Dada, Aji, Azoba, thank you so much for always being my biggest supporters, even if you are not always able to be there in person. And thank you to all of my other family members for always helping me, supporting me, and encouraging me to pursue my dreams. And last but certainly not least, thank you to my parents. You have always supported me and taught me to be the best version of myself that I can be. You have made me the person I am today, and I will forever be grateful to you. Thank you for always being my biggest cheerleaders, for being my biggest and best role models, and for showing me what it means to be a good person. Thank you. And a couple last thank yous. First of all, thank you to all of the people who have helped me get here today. Thank you to Sonalanti for helping out with the decorations. Thank you to everyone who helped with the puja at the beginning, who has helped with making this all a reality. Thank you so much to the musicians for the wonderful music. You are truly so talented, and it has been an honor. And thank you to everyone who has made my practices, my performances until here such a big success. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you at dinner. Thank you for supporting me today.
That concludes our Arangetram. Thank you for joining us for this wonderful performance, and please join us now for dinner and a reception in the adjoining Student Center. As you exit the auditorium, please turn to the right for the dinner area. Once again, thank you and have a wonderful night. And if anyone wants to take a picture with Arushi, please come to the stage area. And the senior group from Kalapadma Dance Academy, also make your way to the stage.